Imagine a land so vast, it just, well, redefines scale. Where you've got these colossal glaciers, like living rivers of ice, grinding through mountains,
Yeah.
and grizzly bears fishing for salmon, the sky lighting up. It's Alaska.
It really is. America's last frontier.
Yeah.
Wild, untamed beauty.
An adventure, right. It challenges you, but it's captivating.
And that's exactly what we're diving into here. We want to get past just the pretty pictures.
Okay.
Deliver those critical details, maybe some surprising insights, so you can really decode the Alaskan experience.
Right.
And plan an adventure that's memorable, efficient, and really rewarding for you.
Exactly. So over the next little while, we're going to journey through Alaska's different regions, look at the iconic stuff.
Yeah.
We'll break down the actual costs, what things really cost for different travel styles.
Which is crucial.
Definitely. Unravel the logistics, because getting around is, well, it can be complex.
It can.
And share those insider tips, to help you make the most of it, even if you're maybe on a tighter budget.
Consider it your shortcut, to getting properly informed about the last frontier.
So, okay, let's unpack this. When we talk Alaska, what's the absolute first thing that comes to mind, the defining thing?
For me, it has to be the scale. Just the sheer size of it.
Mind-boggling, isn't it?
It is. It's not just big. It's the largest state and the most sparsely populated. It's pure wilderness.
Right. Nature's still in charge.
Totally. You've got Denali, North America's tallest peak, just towering over everything.
Wow.
Over 50 active volcanoes dotted around.
Mm.
And get this, more coastline than all the other U.S. states put together.
That's incredible.
And that sense of scale, it absolutely extends to the ice. Over 100,000 glaciers in Alaska.
100,000.
Yeah. And seeing them up close, whether you're on a cruise ship deck or maybe a helicopter landing right on the ice,
Oh, wow.
or even hiking near one, it's humbling, truly.
I bet.
And then seeing a glacier calve, those huge chunks just break off and crash into the ocean.
Yeah.
The sound, the sight, it's just raw power. It really stays with you.
And speaking of raw nature, the wildlife. If you love wildlife, Alaska is, well, it's paradise.
It really is. One of the best places on the planet to see iconic animals in their proper habitat.
And not just a quick glimpse either.
And often you get these amazing sustained encounters. Grizzly bears, moose, huge moose, bald eagles soaring.
Whales.
Oh yeah, humpbacks breaching, orcas, seals, playful sea otters, those vast herds of caribou.
It sounds like wildlife isn't just a side attraction there.
Not at all. It's fundamental. It's a core part of the whole Alaskan experience. Breathtaking, really.
And that intensity, it changes so much with the seasons, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Alaska's famous for these really distinct seasonal wonders. Each one offers something completely different.
Like the midnight sun in summer.
Exactly. Almost 24 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
Your adventure days just stretch on forever, it feels like.
Which sounds amazing for packing things in.
It is. But then winter flips it completely. Long, dark nights.
Perfect for
The northern lights. The Aurora Borealis, dancing across the sky in those vibrant colors. Winter's the time for that spectacle. The extremes of light and dark are really something else.
And beyond all that incredible nature, there's this rich history too, right? Woven into the place.
Definitely. It's this fascinating mix. You've got indigenous Native American cultures, the legacy of the Russian era, and then that rugged American pioneer spirit from the gold rush days.
You can actually see that.
Oh yeah, in the intricate totem poles in the southeast, telling stories. Or you walk the boardwalks in a town like Skagway.
Right, from the Klondike Gold Rush.
Exactly. You can feel that history. It's not just in museums. It's tied to the land, the environment.
And understanding that history, it really shapes the experiences you have, even the challenges you might face planning a trip.
Precisely. It all connects.
So, okay, you've absorbed the scale, felt the spirit. What are those absolute must-do Alaskan experiences, the quintessential ones?
Well, for a lot of people, it comes down to wildlife and glaciers. Those are the big draws.
Makes sense. So how do you best see the glaciers?
Cruises and day tours are definitely the most popular ways. They get you right up close to formations like the huge Hubbard Glacier or into Glacier Bay, where the wildlife is incredible too.
And those usually leave from Vancouver or Seattle.
That's right. Very convenient. But if you want a truly unique wildlife moment, think about a guided bear viewing tour. You often fly in on a floatplane to somewhere remote like Katmai or Lake Clark National Park.
A floatplane, that sounds like an adventure itself.
It is. And then watching grizzlies fishing for salmon from a safe distance, of course.
Yeah.
It's surreal, bucket list stuff. honestly, almost spiritual.
Wow. And for whales?
Boat tours are the way to go. Head out from places like Seward or Juneau. Great chances to see humpbacks, orcas, maybe even those cute sea otters floating around.
Okay, and you absolutely cannot talk about Alaska without mentioning Denali National Park.
The crown jewel, no question.
So visiting Denali, what's the key thing there?
The Park Road bus tour. Honestly, it's not just a suggestion. For most of the Park Road, it's the only way to go deep inside by vehicle.
Okay.
And that's where you get your best chances for wildlife moose, caribou, bears, and those iconic views of Mount Denali itself, if the clouds cooperate.
Good tip. Are the tours guided?
Often, yes. Many have naturalist guides on board, which really adds to the experience. They point things out, explain the ecology. It's great.
And if you want to get out and walk?
Oh, there's vast tundra for hiking. Incredible opportunities if you're prepared for it.
Okay, so beyond observing, what about more active adventures?
Alaska absolutely delivers there. Dog sledding, for instance. It's the state sport, but it's more than that. It's heritage.
Can you actually do it?
You can. Meet an Iditarod musher, ride on a sled, sometimes on a glacier, which often means a helicopter ride to get there.
Wow, double adventure.
Exactly. Or on a dryland track in summer. Then there are flight scene tours.
Right, you mentioned the float planes.
Yeah, float planes or helicopters, they give you this incredible aerial view of the mountains, the glaciers. You really grasp the scale from up there. Often they include a glacier landing, too.
That sounds amazing. What about on the water?
Kayaking is fantastic. Paddling silently through fjords, maybe past icebergs, or rafting down some pretty exciting rivers.
And fishing, I assume?
World class.
Yeah.
Alaska is legendary for salmon and halibut fishing. If that's your thing, it's a top destination.
So beyond these big adventures, what about just soaking up the local vibe?
Definitely make time for that. Explore the charming coastal towns, Seward, Homer, Talkeetna. They each have such a unique feel.
And the Gold Rush history.
Head to Skagway. Visit the Klondike Gold Rush National Historical Park. It really feels like stepping back in time.
Any local flavors to try, besides the obvious seafood?
Check out the local breweries and distilleries. A lot of them use pure glacial water, which is pretty cool. It's this great mix, stunning nature, thrilling activities. What part of that sounds the most exciting to you?
It's hard to choose, but all that activity makes you think about food.
Ah, yes, the food. And just like everything else, Alaska's cuisine is shaped by its environment.
Fresh and wild, right?
Absolutely. The focus is on incredibly fresh, wild-caught seafood, unique local stuff. If you love seafood, it's genuinely a foodie's paradise.
Okay, so what are the absolute must-tries? Salmon, obviously.
Alaskan salmon is considered the best in the world. You'll find it grilled, smoked, in chowder. It's everywhere, and it's fantastic.
What else?
King crab. Those giant legs, usually just steamed or grilled with butter. Delicious, though. Often pretty pricey.
Worth the splurge, maybe.
Often, yes. Halibut is another staple, really fresh, flaky whitefish. Great in fish and chips or just grilled simply. And don't forget oysters and scallops. Super fresh.
So it's not all seafood, though?
No. There are some unique local meats, too. Reindeer sausage is pretty common, especially for breakfast or from street vendors.
Reindeer sausage. Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes you'll find moose or caribou dishes, usually in more rustic, local places. And berries. Wild blueberries, raspberries, salmon berries. These are in pies, jams, desserts.
Sounds delicious. What about drinks?
Definitely try the local craft beers. Alaskan Amber is a classic. And Alaskans love their coffee, so expect good coffee shops.
Anything unusual?
Well, for the adventurous eater, you can find ice cream made with local ingredients. Some places even have, wait for it, salmon-flavored ice cream.
Salmon ice cream.
Seriously, for the brave.
Okay, maybe I'll stick to the berries. So, dining out, what's the range like?
It's broad. You've got everything from casual fish shacks right on the docks to upscale restaurants in the cities and cozy lodges out in the wilderness. It's all tied to that unique environment.
But you mentioned cost.
Right. Here's a key thing to know. Food prices, like most things, are generally quite a bit higher than in the lower 48 states.
Shipping costs.
That's part of it, yeah. But also that short tourist season. Businesses have to make their money in just a few months, so prices reflect that.
So dining is part of the experience, but budget for it.
Exactly. You're tasting the environment, but it comes at a bit of a premium.
Okay, so you're fed, you're adventuring.
Yeah.
Where do you stay? Let's talk accommodation. Budget options first.
Budget options are, frankly, limited, and they disappear fast. You might find some hostels in the bigger cities like Anchorage or Juneau, dorm beds, maybe $40 to $70 a night.
So book early if that's your plan.
Way early. Camping is another really popular, affordable choice. Lots of great spots in national parks, but again, requires planning, reservations, and having the right gear.
What about mid-range? What's typical?
That's where most auctions fall. Think comfortable hotels in towns, charming B&Bs or guest houses, maybe rustic cabins.
Price range for that.
Generally, you're looking at maybe 150 to 300 US dollars per night.
Yeah.
But importantly, if you travel just outside peak summer, say May or September, you can often find those same places for significantly less.
Good tip. And luxury.
Alaska does luxury very well, especially with those exclusive wilderness lodges.
Really remote ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Often fly-in only. They usually offer all-inclusive packages, guided tours, gourmet meals, incredible access. Prices there can easily go from $500 up to $1,500 or even more per person, per night.
Wow.
And high-end cruise ship cabins would fit into this luxury category too.
So what are the biggest factors driving those accommodation costs?
Location is huge. Those remote lodges are the most expensive, naturally. Anchorage and Fairbanks have the widest range of options, including more budget-friendly ones.
In season?
Season is critical. Prices skyrocket from June to August during peak cruise season. May and September offer much better value.
And the #1 piece of advice?
Book in advance.
Yeah.
Seriously, for anything in summer, especially popular lodges or cruises, you need to be thinking 6 to 12 months ahead. Availability is tight.
Right. So thinking about your own style, where would you picture yourself staying? It really makes you think.
It does. And where you stay often influences how you get around. Navigating Alaska's vastness is a huge part of the whole trip.
So transportation options. Cruises seem like the obvious starting point for many.
They are. Super popular for first-timers. It's a convenient way to see the coast, the glaciers, marine life, usually starting from Seattle or Vancouver, see big sites like Glacier Bay, Juneau, without repacking every night.
But you mentioned flying is essential.
It really is. Not just for tourists, but for Alaskans themselves. Float planes, bush planes, they're vital for reaching remote lodges, bear viewing spots, off-grid places.
And you said it's an experience in itself.
Oh, absolutely. Flying low in a small plane over that wilderness,
Yeah.
it's unforgettable. Thrilling. Major airlines connect the main hubs like Anchorage, Fairbanks, Juneau, but remember those hubs are far apart.
What about ground travel? Is there a train?
There is the Alaska Railroad. It's a really scenic, relaxed way to travel between Anchorage, Denali, and Fairbanks. Great views from the dome cars.
Dome cars, nice.
Yeah, the Denali Star route especially is famous for its views.
What about driving yourself? Rental cars?
Highly recommended if you want flexibility, especially for exploring the interior. The main roads between cities are generally good, making for amazing road trips.
But limitations.
Definitely. The paved road network isn't huge. You hit remote areas quickly. Need to be prepared for long distances between gas stations. And always watch for wildlife on the roads. Moose are a real hazard.
Good point. Any other options?
There's the Alaska Marine Highway, the state-run ferry system.
Oh, right.
It connects many coastal towns, all the way from Washington State up to the Aleutians. It's slower, more of a local's way to travel, but fantastic for soaking it all in and seeing different communities.
So many ways to get around. How does that sheer scale make you think about planning your route?
It forces you to prioritize, doesn't it? You can't see it all in one trip. Which brings us to cost.
Right. Let's talk budget. Be honest.
Okay, let's be clear. Alaska is expensive, significantly more so than most of the lower 48. Remoteness, logistics, that short tourist season. It all adds up.
So careful budgeting is key.
Crucial. So let's break down some estimated daily costs, and this is excluding your flights just to get to Alaska.
Okay, budget traveler. How low can you go?
You might manage $100 to $200 USD a day, but it takes serious discipline. We're talking hostels or camping, cooking almost all your meals from grocery stores. Maybe splitting a rental car cost, focusing on free stuff like hiking or driving the accessible parts of parks yourself. You'd have to really limit those pricey guided tours.
Okay. What about a mid-range trip? More typical.
Right. Comfortable hotels or guest houses, a mix of cooking and eating at casual local spots, maybe using a rental car or the train, and doing a few key paid tours like a glacier cruise or a half-day fishing trip.
The cost for that.
Expect somewhere between $250 and $500 USD per person per day. That's probably the most common range for a pretty comprehensive trip.
And luxury. The sky's the limit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you're aiming for those high-end lodges, all-inclusive cruises, private flight seeing, top restaurants, you're looking at $600 USD a day minimum, easily pushing past $1,500 a day, especially with exclusive guided adventures.
So what drives those costs up so much? What are the big ticket items?
Flights and cruises are big initial costs. Accommodation, especially in summer, is a huge factor. Then guided tours, flight seeing, bear viewing, dog sledding, fishing charters, they're all expensive, but often they are the highlights.
Right. The things you go for.
Exactly. They can be worth it if the budget allows. Yeah. Car rentals and gas are also more expensive, and even groceries cost more due to shipping.
So how can people save some money? Any practical tips?
Definitely. Travel in the shoulder seasons, May or September. Book everything way, way in advance. 6 to 12 months out is not too early.
Cook some meals yourself.
Yes. Hit the supermarkets. Camp if you're up for it. It's a huge saver. Maybe limit the really expensive tours. Pick 1 or 2 must-dos and focus on free activities like hiking or scenic drives.
Self-driving versus tours.
Self-driving is usually more affordable than fully guided options. And staying in bigger hubs like Anchorage or Fairbanks generally offers more budget-friendly lodging compared to remote lodges.
Lots to think about there. What strategies would you use to make it fit your budget? It really depends on priorities.
It absolutely does, and that ties perfectly into when to go. Choosing the right time is critical and depends entirely on what you want to experience.
Okay, so break down the seasons for us. Summer first, June to August.
That's peak season. Best for most people wanting that classic Alaska experience. Milder weather, 10-20 Celsius typically. Long daylight hours, the midnight sun.
Everything's open?
Pretty much all tours, cruises, attractions are running full tilt. Wildlife is very active. It's the best time for seeing the most variety.
The downside.
Crowds and costs.
Yeah.
It's the busiest and most expensive time by far.
What about the shoulder seasons? May and September.
Great compromise. Cooler temps, maybe more rain, fewer daylight hours than summer, but significantly fewer crowds and much better prices.
Benefits of each.
May is great for seeing wildlife emerging after winter. September has stunning fall colors, and as nights get longer, better chances for northern lights towards the end of the month. Just know some tours might have limited schedules.
And winter, October to April.
This is prime northern lights season. Long, dark, often clear nights are perfect.
But cold.
Very cold. Well below freezing often. Very little daylight, and a lot of tourist stuff is shut down. It's ideal for specific things like dog sledding or skiing, but not for general sightseeing for most people.
Okay, so quick summary. Classic Alaska.
June to August.
Budget-friendly, fewer crowds.
May or September.
Northern Lights focus.
October to April.
Makes sense. So considering your priorities, when would you choose to go?
It's tough. They all offer something amazing. And that dramatic environment, it really shapes the people too. The culture is just as unique.
Right. What are Alaskans like? Is there a typical Alaskan spirit?
You definitely feel it.
Yeah.
Resilient, self-sufficient, very independent. It's kind of born from living in such a remote, demanding place. That can-do attitude is real.
You see it in the communities.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Problem solving, relying on yourself and your neighbors. It's part of the fabric.
And the native Alaskan heritage?
Oh, it's fundamental. Incredibly rich and diverse. You have distinct groups like Athabascan, Tlingit, Yupik, Inuit, each with their own languages, traditions, art.
Like the totem poles you mentioned.
Exactly. The carvings, the storytelling, understanding their connection to the land is crucial. Visiting cultural centers is a great way to learn more. Highly recommended.
And it seems like everyone there has a strong connection to nature.
It's unavoidable, really.
Yeah.
Daily life, work, often tied directly to the land or sea. Fishing, hunting, maybe living off-grid. There's this deep respect for the wilderness. It's part of their identity.
Are they friendly to outsiders, visitors?
Oh, generally, yes.
Yeah.
Despite that rugged independence, people are usually very friendly, welcoming, happy to share advice and stories. It's a strong sense of community.
And dog sledding, you said it's more than a sport.
It really is. It's part of the heritage. The Iditarod race is the famous example, but it symbolizes that deep bond between Alaskans and their dogs, that resilience.
Interesting. How does knowing about the people change how you think about visiting?
It adds another layer, doesn't it? And that connection to the wild brings us right back to safety, because that wilderness needs respect.
Okay, crucial topic, wilderness safety. What's most important?
Being prepared. Alaska is stunning, but unforgiving. Bear safety is top of the list. Always carry bear spray when hiking.
And know how to use it, presumably.
Absolutely. Know how to use it, make noise on the trail, let them know you're there. Never, ever approach or feed bears. And learn the difference between grizzly and black bear behavior.
What else?
Weather. It changes incredibly fast. Dress in layers you can add or remove easily. Always be ready for rain, even if it starts sunny.
Hiking safety.
Stick to marked trails. Carry a map and compass or GPS. Tell someone your plans, where you're going, when you expect to be back. And just be aware of your surroundings constantly. Wildlife is present.
What about general safety, like in towns?
Major cities like Anchorage are generally safe. Standard precautions apply, like being aware in tourist spots or at night. But petty crime isn't as big an issue as in many other large U.S. cities.
Driving safety. You mentioned moose.
Yes. Be super vigilant for wildlife, especially moose, especially at dawn and dusk. They're huge and can cause serious accidents. Also, know that roads can be unpaved. Gas stations are far apart in remote areas.
And cell service.
Very limited or non-existent in large parts of the state. Don't rely on it. Have a full tank of gas before you leave populated areas.
Water safety, kayaking, boating.
Life jackets are essential. The water is dangerously cold even in summer. Hypothermia is a real risk if you fall in.
And cruises? Pretty safe.
Yeah, cruise ships themselves are very safe environments. Just follow their rules and guidelines, especially during shore excursions.
And finally, just a reminder.
Emergency number in the U.S. is 911 for police, fire, medical help. Good to have that clear.
Right. Thinking about all these safety points, it really underlines how truly wild Alaska is.
It does. It demands respect. So, to wrap up, Alaska. It's epic scale, active glaciers, pristine wilderness, incredible wildlife encounters, those unique seasons of light and dark, and that resilient Alaskan spirit.
It takes planning, it takes respect.
Definitely. But hopefully this deep dive has given you the insights, the tools to approach it confidently, to understand that mix of adventure, beauty, and raw spirit.
It really is a journey to the lost frontier, one that changes you, I think.
It does. It truly transforms your perspective.
You know, Alaska genuinely redefines what wild means in our world today. It makes you confront nature's power, your place in it. So the question for you listening is, how does a place so vast, so untamed, make you rethink your own connection to nature? And that balance between, human experience and raw wilderness. What part of Alaska intrigues you most now? What surprised you? Something to think about.